Okay, it is time to swap out a tired old faucet. And this is one of those pull-out types of faucets. It's got a diverter up here, but you can see the rubber has all worn away and is no longer working, serviceable. So, to do this, we are going to climb under the sink here, and we've got the hot and cold valve to shut off. And remember that these valves are also servicing. There's the faucet to the hot water, that is, or the hose to the hot water faucet. This is the hose to the dishwasher. This is the cold to the sink. And that is the line that serves the instant hot and the refrigerator. So just remember that you have multiple things connected to each of these valves, and so there could be a bit of backwash leakage out of them. So anyway, you want to make sure that you have your valves all tightened in. Sometimes you may run into a problem, usually with the hot, and sometimes with both. If you have cast iron lines, if you have galvanized metal pipes, rust can accumulate in the valve, and when you tighten down the washer, the rust is going to cut your the rubber washer on the valve apart, and it's not going to seal. So then you'll have to shut off your main water in the house, and sometimes that means you have to go out to the meter and shut the meter off if you cannot find your main valve. So anyway, when you do that, have the water shut off, then you can come back in here and change the valves, put in new ones, and you can also kind of clean some of the crud out of the pipes. Turn your water on for just a second to flush the pipes when you clean them with a tub bowl under them to catch water, and then put the new valves back on with Teflon tape and seal everything up again. Then what we have to do up here is, you can see that the valve up here, there's a leak. Something up there is leaking. So right now there is no pressure, the water is off, but you can see that there is rust and water has accumulated on the hose here. So it's been going for a while, but it's a recently discovered development, and that's one of the things about kitchen sinks is that there's usually a bunch of stuff stuffed in under the sink, and you don't really see what's going on under here. And so you can see that there's a little bit of water damage under there. You see this here is fresh water accumulation from just that little leak up above. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to yank out this here faucet. Also, we're going to have new long hoses on the new faucet. So we have the copper extensions, hose connections that come down from the valve above, and then you put your flexible risers onto that, which go into the valve. And the new valve has these here nice long, close to 30-inch long flex risers on them, so hopefully that will work out nicely. And it is a chrome valve, which will go that way. So, okay, let's pull that top off and start pulling this pipe system apart. Okay, so we are going to start pulling apart these here pipes. Hopefully I have the camera pointed so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I will just use the small wrench and just undo that. It's probably going to leak, which is fine. Put my paper towel into there to catch water. It's probably not enough paper towel though. Still tight. And we can also get this in here coming off too. Alright, there's the first one. And here's the second one. Okay. So now, we need to loosen up the bolt for the pipe above. So that thing is all the way up there. They're not going to make this one easy. You see, all the way up. There is a nut. And I have to undo that to be able to get the hose out, and I also have to take off this here weight. Okay, that is it's a two-handed operation. Unless I can get this up here. Okay, so after much buggery, I got the hose off of here. And then I'm using the tool that comes with the new faucet. Kind of a cheapy plastic wrench, and trying to undo that bolt. However, as usual, I can't do it one-handed. So anyway, that's the general idea. You have to pull the hose off, and then there's a second nut that holds that retainer under the sink to clamp the faucet down onto the sink. So that's what we are going to unscrew now, and then the faucet head will just pull up. All right. Okay, so we got the nut out. There you go. And we had a tool that we used to get it out. Needed something to turn this, and so I had a little electronics screwdriver that I used. Alright, let's pull this thing out of here. Oh, come on, you're done. Let's go. Okay, so once again, I need to two-hand this, so give me a minute here, maybe not. There we go. and get off. There we go. Alright. Got that out. And we got this out. So, somewhere up here, something had rotted out and was leaking. Don't know for sure where, but it could have been this thing here. So, okay, let's clean this up and start putting the new one in. Okay, let us begin putting the new faucet in. Just like that. There's the little nylon bushing that goes there. And, okay, now isn't that special? Our faucet doesn't clear the instant hot, and I'm not about to move the instant hot. So I can position it forward like that. And like that. Then we just open it, operate it this way. Okay. So I'm going to have to just do the compromise and install it like that, because I don't feel like moving the instant hot. And I could put it that way, but that's going to be kind of goofy too. Okay, so let's we'll just do it this way, straight on. So now we need, oh hi Arch, what you doing, boy? Good boy. Okay, so we need this stuff here. Okay, so now you have to reach up and put this on and this nut here on, and we'll be using this tool here because the hose just goes right on through there. Okay. And actually I suppose I could do that without the hose in there, because I'm gonna need to get that. So how about we just pull this thing right back out. Okay. And let's get this thing here started up there. And we also got to get the hoses out from behind things where they're usable, accessible. So this here is the hot, which means this one is the cold. So that works out nicely. The hoses are long enough to reach where they are going. So we can get these all attached. All right, so that's good. We're set there. Not going to turn anything on yet. So now I need to reach up here and get the nut on. First, I need to get the stupid thing positioned. And that is what the new faucet looks like from above. I did need to get a helper to put a second pair of hands up there and hold it in position while I tightened from underneath. That kind of a copper-colored threaded pipe coming down is the attachment for the faucet, and you use the gray tube socket that comes with the faucet set to tighten those nuts onto that tube and secure it to the faucet. And you can stick a little screwdriver or rod through the hole in the socket to be able to get tightening power. Well, okay, so we have the new faucet is installed. I can't say I'm totally thrilled with it because when you turn it on, okay, first off, the control valve wants to go here, but it can't fit because of the instant hot. Then number two, I don't want to move the instant hot because all of the lines and everything are specifically cut for that location, and I'm just not willing to mess with it. Then, so this works out okay, but so for this part, I'm not really, I suppose that the regular water is okay, but this hose is severely susceptible to hang-ups. Then the other thing I don't like about the faucet is when you click on the spray, it's such a narrow spray. But I suppose if you turn the pressure down just enough, then it will be okay. You know, the spray will just splatter all over the place. So you have to be careful to make sure your pressure isn't up. So anyway, it's a little wonky having the controls like this. You gotta go all the way over left for cold and straight up for hot. So that's a little bit of a wonkiness there. But it is installed underneath here. We've got all the connections are made now. You see there's the new base for it up there. Come on, can we get a focus? And of course it's hard to get your stupid hands in here. There's a stupid thing. Okay, so anyway, there you go. It's, I guess this is the best view I can get. It just has the one threaded tube that comes down, and then there's a threaded bushing you screw on at the end of the tube that kind of protects the hose. And you can just see the nut up there between the two supply lines. And we've got the hoses on the valves, which is nice that they gave enough length on the hoses out of the faucet to work. So anyway, good. No more leaky faucet coming in here. And it does look better than the old one anyway. So there you go. We just live with it like that. Okay, that is the kind of easy faucet installation. Okay, now let's see if I can get this. ever notice how it just never works?